Hello everyone, welcome to FiberKey channel. I'm gonna show you how to start from scratch and make a Vue application through which you can book a time or whatever you want to do with it. But literally it's just starting from scratch and like connecting back into front end and with MongoDB, whatever. You can use any other database, but I use MongoDB. So we chose a clinic. This is like dentist appointment. By the way, I didn't show you that. Yeah, you hover the mouse on over the markers and then you see the description of the clinics, and you can pick a time, confirm, and then yeah, the appointment is successfully booked, and the one which is booked is removed. It was 9:30 somewhere. So yeah, that's removed from the available spots. Yeah, I'm so excited to make this series of tutorial. It will be like a few of them, of course, until we finish the front end, and then we move to the back end and request validator and probably circuit breaker as well, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, let's get started.
So the first step is to install Vue-CLI in your machine. You go to Vue-CLI and then installation. Here we copy this command here, the first one, npm install. So make sure that you start your terminal. So if you're on Windows, then you add just sudo in front of your command to be able to install the Vue-CLI. So make sure that you are on the user which is like chosen as administrator, otherwise it doesn't work. If you're not administrator on your machine, then you choose this and you press enter, it should be installing. Also it requires your password and then you install. It will take a while. But if you're on Windows, make sure to go to start and then click cmd and then you start command prompt. But yeah, just right click and choose start as administrator, otherwise it doesn't work, as I said. So you should be administrator. The rest of the steps, they're the same for Windows and Mac machines. So I have tried it on Windows as well. It took me a while to I forgot myself to open it as administrator, so just make sure not to forget it. Yeah, until it's installed, we create a folder, a new folder, a Vue tutorial. Yeah, this is a bit the same color, the background color and the folder colors, they're the same, so it's really difficult to view to see it. But anyways, so we create a folder, we open it inside VS Code, and what we do is wait for this to be installed. Yeah, I had Vue-CLI installed, but you see that it's updated. So we check Vue. I know that the font is really small, but sorry about that. I just enter Vue dash dash version, and then you will see that the Vue-CLI version is printed 4.5.15. So that's it. It means it's installed. If it's not installed the right way, then make sure to add sudo, and that should be the only reason that it's not installed, or you're not the administrator on your machine. Yeah, we created Vue tutorial folder. So what we do is here, go to terminal, new terminal, and then we create, I hope you can see this one. Okay, Vue create, just type Vue create and the name of your project, whatever you call it. So I call it Vue tutorial. Tutorial. So an easy name. So when you click on that, you get some options here. And then the options, you pick from default version 2 of Vue and then Vue 3, or manually select features. So if you pick these two, then you will not have the selected features, and then it will just install the basic bubble and ESLint libraries with the default version of Vue 2 or Vue 3. But we go ahead and choose manually the features. So first of all, you choose Vue version. You click space button to pick or select or unselect an option, and then click on the up or down arrows on your keyboard to just go down and select them. We need Bubble. Don't ask me what they are right now, but we will get to know all of these once we get started with the Vue project itself. We use router. We don't use Vuex. We don't use CSS. Well, the formatter, it's useful actually, but the problem with this is that it's really difficult to just format everything each single time you just type something. So it will be really problematic at the beginning when you are just starting to create a Vue project. Later on, it's useful when once you're used to just creating all the views, everything, like you know everything by heart, then you should use formatter so that you, especially when you work somewhere, then it's really useful to have a formatter so that your code looks nice and formatted and stuff. So for this um, tutorial, I just don't use formatter, but I try to keep track of the indentation and stuff. I'm really obsessed with that, like the right format, of course. So unit testing and these two last ones, we can use them later on when our project is completely done, and then we just uh, want to have unit testing before like deploying the application and stuff. But for now, we don't need them. So click enter to just go ahead and choose between the versions. You know, the two versions, version 3 is totally, like not totally, but kind of new, and then there aren't so many libraries actually compatible with version 3. So you can choose between version 2 and version 3. So if you choose version 2, then you have the options to use so many different libraries that people have created for version 2, which are not available for version 3 yet. If you're sure that the libraries that you want to use, they are available for version 3, then go ahead and choose version 3. But I chose version 2 because I'm using the schedule that we are using that's not compatible for version 3. So I click enter and choose version 2. Use history mode for router. Yeah, we use history mode to just when you go ahead and back and forth and stuff, so it's useful. I will explain it when we come to routers. Um, so what you do is, yeah, where you put the configuration files for the libraries that we use. So we don't want any other configuration files other than package.json, which is really good. We use package.json and it's easy to see everything, and I'm pretty sure everybody is used to package.json if you're just if you have been working with some sort of um, um, you know um, frameworks, like whatever frameworks you have been working so far with, React or Electron or um, all of these use package.json. So we click enter and use package.json. Um, if you want to save it as preset for your future projects, well, of course, why not? But if you don't want to, just click in save preset as, just name it something like default. Yeah, so now the project will be created. If you click on this, the first thing is package.json. You see the name of the project, the version, um, like these dependencies that are just pre-installed with our project. So of course you can change these settings and you can add the formatter later on once you have created the project, but this is how it looks like right now because it's just we chose these options. Yeah, now all the folders are added and then you just wait until it's done. Yes, finally. At the end, you get these two commands. You can run these two to just run the whole project. So if you see the script here, it says serve, and then this is Vue-CLI service serve. This one, Npm Run Server, checks the scripts and then checks the serve, and then it's like sees that this is actually what I need to run. So that's important not to remove this if you want to just use Npm Run Server. So we go to Vue tutorial folder and then we type Npm Run Server. This will run the whole project. Right now we haven't chosen any, like we haven't made, like this is the project that Vue-CLI has created for us. So we go and check it, how it looks like. CMD and then click the link. This is actually the project right now. We just created the Vue project. So we have this home and about routes, and then this is how it looks like. Let's check the folder, how it looks like. So we have Vue tutorial, we have node models. So in this models, it's all the libraries that you install, everything will go here. And then inside public, you have the icon, which is where it goes. This tiny small icon in front of Vue tutorial at the top header. So if I remove this, you see that V green thing. So that's actually the icon, and then index.html, which is the main HTML that has displayed this whole thing. So this is linked to ID app, which is actually the main view that we use. So if you remove index.html, then you will see nothing here. So it will not work without this. So yeah, that was public, and then we go to source. The source code, we have assets where you put all the pictures you use. So right now it's the logo, which is this one, the green big one. And then we have components, and we have router and views. So components are small or tiny sections of views. So we make small components. Like in the example that I showed, the map is a component, and then the header is, or the navbar is another component, the footer is another component, and schedule is another component. So we have different components. We make them so that we can use them in different views. So we can use components inside views, but we cannot use views inside components. So remember that. We have two views right now, home view and about view, as we have different, like inside about view there is nothing right now. Inside home view we have this view, so to say. Okay, inside router we have index that here you just keep track of all the paths. So for each view we need a path to say, like you see at the top of it, if you go to about, you see this one backslash about is added at the top. So that's actually how the routers show where exactly we are. So instead homepage is just backslash, so that's why nothing shows up at the top. It's the main page. But the about page we have imported. It imports from views about. So that's the component that shows the about page. Oh, what did I say? It's forget it. It's just about page. So and then at the end we just create new router mode history. This is what we chose inside when we created the project. The base process environment base URL. So this is the URL that we pick for each of our views and routes. So this will be actually exported like this, and then this router index.js is used inside the project. Yeah, so that's the router and that's the view, and then app. App.view is the main view actually. If you want to have a certain style or design all over the place in all of your views, then you can put them inside app. For instance, the header here, the navbar, a simple navbar with home and about. If we go to about, again, you see those two. And then if you go back to home, again, you see these two. So that's because it's inside app.vue here. You have home and you have about, and that's this thing. So usually you put the nav bar or the main nav at the, like inside the app.vue so that you can see it inside different views. And then they have some styles here. You can have the styles inside your views if you want to, but a better way is to have a CSS file inside assets here. So to just have everything there, and then we import that file inside your all the views that you want to use, like that CSS file. I will show that in a bit while we are using Bootstrap view. We have like style.css there. Yeah, that's about app, and then inside main you import all the files of the libraries that you use. So we'll use some libraries like map, Googlemaps. So I'll show you how to import them, and also Bootstrap. So you need to import them here. So to be able to use the libraries inside all the views that you create or the components. So yeah, sorry, Git Ignore. Of course, you like nowadays it's everything is about Git and GitLab, GitHub. So you need to have Git Ignore so that you avoid uploading unnecessary files like node models. If you upload this like a huge folder is uploaded on your repository. If you don't want to do that, then just add all of them inside Git Ignore. So this is actually, these are the predefined ones by Vue-CLI, but usually you need to add some more to it. Yeah, if it's needed, I'm going to show you which other folders you need to add here, but for now, let's keep it simple. Yeah, don't look into these ones. They are just predefined ones by Vue-CLI. You will get to know what Babel is used for later on. Package.log, of course, all the dependencies and stuff, they are here. Package.json, I showed you, like the main dependencies go here. You keep track of all the dependencies. And then README file, of course, this is README file. You need to add explanations about your project. Yeah, that's it about the introduction of the Vue. So we go ahead and make changes inside our components and our views, so to see how our web page looks like. Oh, sorry. So the first thing we need to remove is the image. As you can see, if you have worked with simple HTML files, you write img and then alternative text and then the source to that image, and then that's it. Then it means the image will be split. But we don't need the image anymore, so we remove it. And then everything else. Hello world is a component. I'm going to show you how you import it. This is actually how it's imported right now. Import hello world is the name of the component, and then from the directory add components hello world.vue, which is here. Okay, we don't need this one now. Yeah, make sure that the import part is inside script tag. And then there is components. The components is listed here. So inside the script we have export, and then here everything goes here. All the components listed, all the methods we use, and so computed, everything else that are needed, everything goes inside the script. Yeah, so right now we have a blank home and then an about page which is also blank. So the next thing we do is using Bootstrap template to just create a layout for the whole thing. We use a Bootstrap layout and then we customize it the way that we want to have it. And I'll show you in a bit how to use Bootstrap inside Vue. which is really easy and you don't need to hard code anything. It's really simple, it just gives you a layout. So yeah, I don't want this video to get too long, so keep watching the next video so that you see how our final Bootstrap layout or Bootstrap Vue layout looks like. See you in the next video. Thank you so much.